The Sorrowful Mysteries of the Holy Rosary. Welcome to a journey of faith, compassion, and love. Today, we're going to dive deeply into the sorrowful mysteries of the Holy Rosary, a series of events that take us to the heart of the passion and sacrifice of Jesus Christ. As we pray and reflect on each mystery, we are invited to relive Christ's suffering and find strength in his love for humanity. Get ready for a moment of introspection and connection with God's unconditional love. First sorrowful mystery, the agony of Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. Our first step on this path is the Garden of Gethsemane. Imagine Jesus, in silence, walking into the garden alongside the apostles. He asks them to watch and pray, but soon their eyes grow heavy, and they fall asleep. He steps away, kneels, and begins to pray intensely. In his heart, he feels an immense weight, a burden no one can comprehend. Jesus begins to sweat drops of blood, his soul twisting under the weight of the world's sins. He calls out to the Father, saying, "My Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me, nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will." The loneliness is profound. None of the apostles wake to console him. Yet Jesus continues to pray, seeking the strength to move forward. This mystery reveals Jesus' unparalleled love, willing to face suffering for humanity's salvation. Like him, how many times do we face our own anxieties alone? This is the moment to hand over our pains to the Father and trust in his will. Second sorrowful mystery, the scourging of Jesus. The second mystery takes us to Pilate's courtyard. Jesus, wrongly accused, stands before the governor, who finds no fault in him but, pressured by the crowd, condemns him to scourging. Tied to a pillar, Jesus is mercilessly whipped by soldiers. Lash after lash, each blow marks his skin, tearing his flesh. The pain is indescribable, but he remains silent, bearing each blow with humility and resignation. In this moment, we are called to meditate on the physical suffering of Christ, who took upon himself all the wounds of humanity. He, who is innocent, accepts the pain and punishment that belong to us. This mystery reminds us that, like Jesus, we are invited to face our pain and difficulties with courage and faith. Who knows, these trials may strengthen us, as he endured out of love for us. Third sorrowful mystery, the crowning with thorns. The third mystery places us before a scene of humiliation and cruelty. Jesus, already weakened by scourging, is taken to the praetorium. There, Roman soldiers find a crown of thorns and press it onto his head, laughing and calling him, King of the Jews. Each thorn pierces his forehead, and blood flows down his face. Still, he remains calm, enduring the pain and mockery. In this mystery, we contemplate the weight of the humiliations Jesus accepted for us. He, the true King, is mocked by the people he came to save. What lesson can we take from this? How many times have we been humiliated, misunderstood, or ridiculed? Just as Jesus endured it with patience, we are invited to bear the small humiliations of life, knowing that God sees and knows the heart of each one of us. Fourth sorrowful mystery, Jesus carries the cross to Calvary. In the fourth mystery, we follow Jesus on his journey to Calvary. The cross is immense and heavy. He stumbles, falls, but rises, determined to fulfill his mission. With each step, Jesus faces exhaustion and pain, bearing not only the weight of the wood but of all the world's guilt. Along the way, he meets his mother, Mary, who, with a look of compassion, gives him the strength to continue. Here, we are called to reflect on our own burdens. Each of us carries a cross, whether it be an illness, financial difficulty, or loss. At this moment, it is important to remember that Jesus showed us that, with faith and determination, we can bear our weights and that we are never alone. He walks with us, sharing our pain and encouraging us to keep going. Fifth sorrowful mystery, the crucifixion and death of Jesus. The fifth and final mystery takes us to Calvary, where Jesus is nailed to the cross. The sound of nails piercing his flesh echoes in the air, and he, in extreme pain, lifts his eyes to heaven. Between gasps, he cries out to the Father, "Father, "Forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Even in his most painful moment, Jesus finds strength to forgive. For hours, he suffers, while people insult and mock him. But he remains silent, surrendering his spirit to the Father. In this mystery, we are invited to understand the power of forgiveness and the depth of Christ's love. Jesus died to save us, so we might have life. As we meditate on his death, may we reflect on the people we need to forgive and the love we need to learn to give. These are the Sorrowful Mysteries, a deep meditation on love, pain, and forgiveness. Each mystery challenges us to look within ourselves, to carry our own crosses, and to remember that, in our darkest moments, Jesus is by our side, offering his grace and love. May we, as we reflect on these mysteries, find peace and strength to face life's challenges, following the example of Jesus Christ. May Our Lady, our Mother, intercede for us and lead us, as she led Jesus, to the embrace of God's grace and love. Thank you for joining us in this meditation. May the peace of Christ be with you.